What's up, my Peter Bros, Maine-iac here. One quick note before I get into the video is I have to re-record this, so this is the second time through. So this is going to be really quick explanations. The last video was 24 minutes long, and that takes way too long to upload, so I'm going to try to get this one under 10 minutes. Two rules for weekly game picks is there should be a playlist down below. Eventually, I'm going to try to get it together, a playlist, if I can remember. And it's going to involve my yearly game picks, which should be the first video. I recommend you check that out. Second rule is there's always an upset pick. I always have to pick an upset. That's a stipulation I made on myself, and I'm going to stick to it. First game, we have Green Bay versus Chicago. I'm picking Chicago Bears in this matchup. With this rivalry, no better way to kick off the NFL season. And also with this rivalry, I believe both home teams will win when they play at home. So Chicago playing in Chicago, I'm going to give them the edge. Washington, Philly. I don't think Washington will be too competitive in this one. I'm picking the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm looking to see how Jordan Howard will be used in that offense. Buffalo going to New York to take on the Jets, or New Jersey to take on the Jets. I'm picking the Jets in this one. I'm looking for Le'Veon Bell to get 2 touchdowns. Then you have the Atlanta Falcons going to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. I'm picking the Vikings in this one. I think the offenses are almost a push, with the Falcons obviously having the more talented players. Overall, with Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Mohamed Sanu, one of the best third options in the game. But I'm picking the Vikings with their overall defense. I think it's just that much better. It should be a really good game. Then you have Baltimore at Miami. Miami, although I don't believe Brian Flores will tank, I have the utmost respect for him. I think the ownership kind of tanked with that roster, and I got to pick Baltimore in this one, especially to see how that run game works for the pass game. And you have Kansas City at Jacksonville. I'm picking this one as my upset, which means I'm picking Jacksonville Jaguars to win this one. And I said in the last video, and I'll explain this real quick, my bold prediction for this week is I also predict the Jacksonville Jaguars to score 2 defensive touchdowns, Jalen Ramsey to shut down Tyreek Hill, and McCall Hardman to be the weapon the Chiefs have to utilize to win. I think it will be a good game. I think it will be close. Tennessee-Cleveland. I'm picking Cleveland at home in this one. In this one, I'm looking for Chubb and Njoku to have a good game. I'm also looking to see how Tennessee in that defense looks, especially against an offense like Cleveland. It will be a good test for them, and Tennessee definitely capable of winning this one. If I had to put odds on it, I'd probably say 45% chance Tennessee walks out with the win here. It all probably rides on Mariota's arm. And then you have the Rams traveling to Carolina to take on the Panthers. I'm taking the Rams here. I think overall better defense. Although Gerald McCoy, I'm excited to see in Carolina. Overall, slightly better offense. Although I trust Cam Newton a little bit more than I trust Goff at this point. Congrats on the extension, Goff. I'm still picking the Rams. Cincinnati at Seattle. I wouldn't pick Cincinnati against a dead fish at this point. That offensive line against the front of Seattle with Reed, Clowney, and all them. I got to pick Seattle, especially with Russell Wilson at quarterback. Although if Cincinnati's going to win, it's going to be behind Joe Mixon, Tyler Boyd, and Andy Dalton. Indy at the Chargers. I'm picking the Chargers in this one. I think Jacoby Brissett will struggle a little bit, readjusting to the starting role. That defense for the Colts, I think, will be much more dangerous than anybody expects. This game's going to ride on the back of Hunter Henry and Austin Eckler. Although the wide receivers of the Chargers should do well, I also think the Indianapolis secondary will do well defending them. And you have San Fran against Tampa Bay. I'm picking San Fran in this one. Matt Breida, I'm looking for 130 yards and a touchdown to carry the San Francisco 49ers to victory. Should be a good game. The New York Giants at Dallas Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott is going to play, so I'm picking the Dallas Cowboys in this one. Also, quick note, if you made it this far, if you want a better explanation for each individual matchup, just write a comment in the comment section down below for whatever matchup you want. Ask a question or what, and I'll try to do my best to explain it, because I just want to keep this upload time as short as possible. You have Detroit, Arizona. I'm picking Detroit in this one. On Twitter, I predicted 31-17. I'm going to stick with that. Mike Daniels and Trey Flowers' defensive front, I think, will be the key in this one. Limit David Johnson, set the edge against David Johnson, make Kyler Murray beat you. And you got Pittsburgh at New England. I'm picking New England here. I'm a Patriots fan. That has nothing to do with it. I think that defense in its second year together, especially with the McCourty brothers, I think will perform quite better, especially that secondary, J.C. Jackson's second year against an offense where I don't know what I'm seeing out of the wide receiver position. I trust Juju Smith-Schuster. I don't know if I trust everyone else in that wide receiving core quite yet. James Washington could be a good guy. So could a couple of the other players, but it'll be interesting to see. I'm also looking for maybe Vance McDonald to have a good game against the linebackers of the Patriots. Running game's probably going to decide this one with James White and Sony Michel against James Conner. It should be a very, very interesting matchup. I think Pittsburgh's probably going to still score over 30 points. And then you have Houston versus New Orleans. I'm picking New Orleans here, our first Monday Night Football game. Difference maker here is going to, for me, is Jared Cook. I think he's going to have 5 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. Michael Thomas is going to be defended fiercely by Houston. Houston's offense looks really, really good. DeAndre Hopkins is going to be a hard stop as well. So the Saints might struggle defensively, at least more so than they would against the usual wide receivers, because Hopkins is a rare talent. Kamara should have a good game, but like I said, Jared Cook's going to be that player. And then Denver, Oakland. I'm picking Oakland here. And one player I'm looking for in this one is Josh Jacobs. How much is he going to be used? Is he going to be used 15 to 20 carries, whereas it's his very first game? Or is he going to be relied on heavily, like 20 to 27 carries, somewhere around there? Anyway, guys, you have a good game. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.